Connor Zilisch is one of the most talked about young drivers in NASCAR right now. And this week, his own team owner had something to say about it. Justin Marks just addressed the growing attention around Zilisch's future, and it's tied directly to a seat opening up at Hendrick Motorsports. Here's what he had to say. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with who we're talking about. Connor Zilisch is a Trackhouse Racing rookie, and he's been touted as one of NASCAR's hottest prospects for a while now. That's not just hype from us. That reputation has followed him for some time. But here's the thing. His rookie year at the Cup Series level has been tumultuous. That's the word being used to describe it. And yet, despite that, the 20-year-old driver of the number 88 Chevrolet remains one of the early rumored candidates for a seat at Hendrick Motorsports for the 2028 season. So even with a rough go of it so far in Cup, his name is still very much in the conversation for one of the sport's top rides. Now, why is that seat even a topic right now? It comes down to timing. Hendrick Motorsports and Alex Bowman announced that Bowman is set to retire following the 2027 campaign. That announcement is what sparked this recent rise in attention around Zilisch. Once a seat like that opens up at a place like Hendrick, every driver with upside gets talked about. And Zilisch is at the center of it. That's exactly what Trackhouse team owner Justin Marks addressed on Monday. He made an appearance on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, specifically on SiriusXM Speedway with host Dave Moody, and he didn't dodge the topic. Marks said Zilisch is probably coveted by everybody. He called him a very talented driver and a very smart young man, and said he's got a big career in front of him. That's about as direct a compliment as you'll hear a team owner give a driver who isn't even under contract with another organization yet. But then Marks pivoted to where things actually stand right now. He said Trackhouse is committed to Connor, and Connor is committed to Trackhouse through the end of 2027. That's an important detail. This isn't a driver who's a free agent or shopping around. He's locked in with Trackhouse for now. As for 2028, Marks said that although it'll be here quickly, it's a little too far away right now for the team to be spending a lot of bandwidth on it. In other words, Trackhouse isn't ignoring the future, but they're not making it the priority at this moment either. So what is the priority? According to Marks, what they're trying to solve for right now is getting Zilisch experience and getting him comfortable. He also pointed to the team's relationships, saying Trackhouse has a great relationship with Red Bull and a lot of their other partners on the Chevrolet that Zilisch drives. And he said it's important for them to be executing on the agreement and the partnership they currently have. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where the tumultuous part of the story really shows up. Zilisch won 10 times in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series last season. 10 wins. And he finished second in the final standings that year. That's a serious resume at that level. However, that success has not yet translated to the Cup Series. Zilisch has finished outside the top 30 in 7 of his last 10 starts. And on top of that, 6 of those have been DNFs due to crashes. So the jump from dominating one series to competing at the Cup level has clearly come with growing pains, and the numbers back that up. Marks addressed that reality head-on too. He said it's on Trackhouse to continue working really hard to try to give Zilisch good race cars. And he said it's on Zilisch to keep doing the work, to be prepared, and to show up and be the best race car driver he can be. Marks also looked ahead to next season. He said 2027 can be a really big year for both Zilisch and the team. His reasoning: Zilisch will have a whole year under his belt by then, and he'll be heading into races for the second, third, or even fourth time, really knowing what he's up against. And then Marks tied it all together. He said that's really where their mind is at right now, but when it does come time to talk about the future, they'll have that conversation with him knowing that he's a highly sought after driver. That's a pretty clear acknowledgement from his own team owner. Other organizations are watching. So with other teams potentially eyeing a future with Zilisch, what's Trackhouse's approach? Marks made it clear. He's keen on making Trackhouse Zilisch's most attractive option. He said those conversations around Zilisch probably want to start sooner rather than later, and that it's Trackhouse's job to present themselves as a place that he wants to be. And then he laid out both possible outcomes honestly. If that works out and Zilisch is at Trackhouse for a while into the future, But if something different happens, then that's the way it goes, and the team will go on and try to be the best that they can be. Marks closed by bringing it back to right now. He said his focus is trying to get Zilisch up the order and hopefully get him in victory lane while he's still under contract with them. To recap the key facts here, Zilisch is committed to Trackhouse through the end of 2027. Hendrick's seat opened up because of Bowman's announced retirement after 2027. Zilisch won 10 races in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series last year, but has struggled in Cup with 7 finishes outside the top 30 in his last 10 starts, 6 of those from crashes. And Justin Marks himself says Zilisch is a highly sought-after driver, even while trying to keep him at Trackhouse. So here's the question for you. Do you think Trackhouse can keep Connor Zilisch long-term, or does Hendrick Motorsports end up being too big of a pull once 2028 gets closer? Drop your take in the comments. If you enjoy this breakdown, make sure you like this video and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We'll keep bringing you real talk on the stories that matter in this sport. See you in the next one.